What's going on, dudes and dudettes out in Super Pumper Land? Yesterday we were talking about that cup and handle pattern that we saw forming here, right? We were over on, I believe, the 4 hourly. So yes, there's our cup and handle that we drew. Kind of a asymmetrical cup, handle down, and then we expected something up into this region, followed by consolidation down to this fib line, followed by potential for further breakouts. And boy, oh boy, has it been a good day for AMP. As you can see right now, we're battling with the 2 cent zone, which is very close to coincident with this fib level here. You'll see we wicked above this fib level briefly a while ago, and are now fighting with the 2 cent range. Pretty consistently holding in this area right now. We'll jump over to the hourly here in a little bit. But boy, is that not a beautiful sight? Follow that breakout pattern perfectly that we drew out of this handle here. Got some wickage action, got some back testing, confirmed some support here at the previous fib level, and then just rocketed off. So let's go ahead and jump over to the hourly, look a little bit more on the micro level. And you can see that back test happened, immediately got bought up, and it's been very consistently upwards ever since. Here's the candle that we're painting right now, battling with 2 cent zone. So what's my expectation for the next day or two? So what I'm really looking for is well, number one, take a look at this volume. Very strong volume all the way up, stair-stepping up here. If we start going back, we haven't seen that kind of volume in several days. Now, again, what I'm looking for is to see if we get a candle close up above this fib level at 2.08 cents or so, where we have briefly wicked up to. And we post a couple candles that are closing above there. We're going up higher. We're pushing 3 cents at that point, in my opinion. It's possible we could get a candle up here, followed by a fake out. Don't be surprised if that happens. The alternative scenario that I think could play out over the next few hours, kind of watch and see. If we get this rejection on this particular candle here, I think this may be critical. We had a very close rejection here on the 2 cent psychological barrier, and then we've been fighting with it. And you see that we immediately wicked below that fib level when we tested it. If that is the only action that we get over the next 51, 52 minutes up in this range, and this candle closes red, I think what we're going to see is a retrace back to the support level, followed by a second test. Potentially, a retrace bound to somewhere in this range where we had a lot of wickage action. It was kind of building a little bit of resistance, a little bit of support. So I mean, don't sound like an oracle, do I? If we go up, we're going to keep going up. If we go down, we're back testing. But that's what I'm looking at here. I'm not yet seeing, well, let's go ahead and draw a channel here, because that's potentially what we're looking at. Let's see, if you draw from the bottom, it's just not quite there. You draw from here, get a little bit more of a strong ascending channel, although it's more of an ascending wedge if you start drawing from the highs. So that's what it sort of looks like as an ascending wedge, but honestly it's kind of unclear at this point. Ascending wedge could be a little bit of a bearish sign, so I err a little bit on the side of we've had some really strong momentum going. It's time to consolidate and slow down a little bit. So my expectation would be, over the next couple hours, another test of this fib level, followed by a retrace out of the ascending wedge, followed by finding support somewhere down in the lower third or so of this fib range, which bottoms out at 1.4 cents. Followed by another attempt at breaking out above the fib level that sits right above 2 cents at about 2.07, 2.08. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. If we manage to win this battle here over the next 45 minutes, though, again, if we get a close above this fib level, followed by another hour that closes above that fib level and hopefully closes above this ascending wedge, then we're looking at, you know, targeting another massive run up, which, if you've been around for alt seasons before, you might think we're overextended, but it's honestly not outside the realm of possibility. So definitely watch over the next couple hours. It's currently 7:10 p.m. Central Time, 5:10 p.m. Pacific Time, 8:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So over the next couple hours, watch and see if we start closing above that 2.08 or so level, or if we start getting rejection off of it. Look for some short-term downwards price action. But somebody noted over on Twitter yesterday that I forgot to mention in the video. We're finally in the top 100 coins. And the top 100 is a place that people really look to start finding, little sleepers that they're not really spun up on. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see this volume continue to grow compared to where it was a couple days ago, especially with that news. And that could potentially drive us to make this breakout up here. So all in all, I've told you guys, it could happen this way, it could happen that way, but we've got the indicators to look for over the next couple hours. So to sum up, if we keep getting rejections off of that 2.08 or so fib level, or like we're doing now off of the 2-cent psychological resistance, and we start painting really small candles, expect over the next few hours to start consolidating downward, potentially down to this fib level at about 1.4 cents, potentially higher, in about the 1.5, 1.6 cent range, just to kind of rebuild some support down here, followed by another attempt to breakout. However, over the next couple hours, if we paint a candle that closes up here, even this candle that we're working on right now, if we paint a candle that closes above this fib level and we continue to get a second candle, or even, this candle could close down here and we get one that paints up here, followed by another candle. As long as we paint a couple candles above this fib level, we're just back on board the rocket ship. So that's what I'm looking for. And really, I'm gonna do it. I'm really amped up about AMP. So that's about all I have for you today, guys. Have a good one. I just wanted to jump in here with one other thing. Generally, ascending wedges that break down are marked by a decrease in trading volume, whereas, frankly, we've seen a pretty steady pattern of trading volume across this wedge that we're painting here. So that's another thing to keep in mind over the next few hours, is we're not showing all of the hallmark indicators of an ascending wedge followed by a breakdown. So honestly, that kind of strengthens the case for upwards momentum continuing. Again, I'm not ready to make a call for the next couple hours, but just one little extra piece I wanted to throw into the end of the video here.